My name is Barry Heimer. I'm Professor of Psychology and Education at the University of Cumbria, based in Lancaster. That's my role, and my opportunities are to work with teachers and researchers in fields of mindset and the like. I mean, as an educator, I'm very excited by the notion of mindset, which is something which has been driving my practice for about 15 to 20 years. It's the approach developed by Carol Dweck, now at Stanford University, and 40 years of her research into reasons why children behave as they do in terms of their motivation. I mean, she's discovered that some children tend to seek out challenges, love learning for the sake of learning, don't mind mistakes and goofing up, because they see that as an opportunity to improve and to develop their skills. Whereas many other children, and indeed adults, hate failure. They'll do anything to avoid it. And as a result, they probably miss out on learning opportunities. The opportunity that mindset theory presents is a chance to look at education in a slightly different way. So much of education in the UK and internationally is focusing on data and on performance. But what mindset theory says is, hang on, just step back a little bit off the performance platform and have a look at learning. How can we get kids believing certain things about their learning in such a way as to want to put their focus on the learning and let the performance, if you like, come up slowly as a secondary gift. And that's in fact exactly what we find when we can encourage students and through their teachers to put the emphasis on their learning, on embracing failure as learning opportunities. What we find is that performance sneaks up. But we've not started with the focus on performance, we've started with the focus on learning. And that seems to be a much more proactive way to go about it. In this conference, we're going to have an opportunity, to hear Carol Dweck talk about her own work, and support that by making the links between the theory and the practice. She will speak to some extent about the practice, but I will be exploring how putting the focus on learning and a growth mindset leads to significant changes in classrooms and indeed in schools. So we're going to have a chance to hear the theory and then connect that to what does this look like in a practical classroom situation. The conferences are the opportunity to hear Carol speak about her work. Running parallel and alongside to that are opportunities that we have to work with teachers in their own schools, talking about their own classroom practice. So these opportunities, represented today by the colleagues that I'm working with, have been trying to make those applications in their own practice for the past few months. This is a chance to find out how it's going, to offer a few new ideas and suggestions, and to do some kind of joint problem solving.
They will be repeating the assessment of test anxiety, so we can see if what they understand now has helped reduce their levels of test anxiety.
So we were looking at year 7s and year 12s. We did a questionnaire, and it's the use of the verbal language as opposed to the written language. And it was how the sort of that could create or not, in terms of mindsets.
They've chosen a whole range of areas to explore and apply. So they're looking at things like challenge, they're looking at things like effort, they're looking at how we use data, they're looking at approaches to getting students taking ownership of their own learning. A whole bundle of factors which together help students and indeed their teachers develop growth mindsets. So this is going to be that chance.